Okay, Assalamualaikum to Madam Shahida. My name is Mahfizi bin Muhammad, and today I want to present for my assignment 1 about ERD. Okay, from the question, what I got here is eight entity, which is coaches, team, employment, work experience, sponsor, long term, annual basis, and also player. Firstly, I want to talk about coaches, and its attribute that I getting here is coach ID, coach name, and phone number. Coaches entity is have relationship with entity of work experience and also with entity of team. We talk about work experience entity first. Its attribute is just for type of experience and number of year for experience. Here, each coach has each coach has zero or many about their experience, and for work experience, of course, only one belong to each coach. Okay, for the second relationship, for coaches is team. Let's have the attribute team ID, team name, city, and also manager name. Here, each coach only can handle one team at one time, but team entity can have at least one coach and maximum is 5. That's mean it can be one or many. Okay, for the second explanation, I will go to entity of employment. Employment will have relationship with team and also player. I am put extra entity by myself, employment entity, because I think how can we know number of year and goal average for player if not have another table that connected between team and also player. So I put the extra entity that will save the result number of year and goal average that the player compile on that team. So here, player ID and team ID will be put together in same table. For relationship, each employment will be employees for one team, and each team can be employees by employment at least one or many. For entity of player, the attribute is player ID, name, age, position, and history. Each player only can be managed by one employment at the same time, but employment can manage player one or many. Okay, for the next explanation is for sponsors entity. The attribute for sponsor is sponsor ID and name. Sponsor entity will have two subclasses. which is that we put long term and annual basis. The attribute for long term is about duration for sponsor, and for attribute for annual basis is show monthly payment. The rule for sponsor is mandatory and all, because sponsor cannot to be both of them at the same time. Sponsor sponsor also have the relationship with team entity. Sponsor a sponsor are allowed to have contract with only one team, and it will be one by one, but each team need to get a contract from sponsor, at least one or many. Okay, so that's all for my video presentation. Okay, thank you.